Double Olympic medalist Manu Bhaker is with us, and she doesn't need any introduction now. Sirf naam hi kafi hai. The name itself is enough. Welcome Manu Bhaker. Welcome to DD India. First of all, appreciate you giving us your precious time. Congratulations from all of us.
Thank you.
You have achieved something which has never happened before. Tell us, how big are these medals for you?
Honestly, I think we always realize after the history has been made.
Yeah.
And the same was the thing for me also. Earlier, I was not aware of the facts and how many medals one person from India has won in previous games. I was not aware of it. And the value of the medal, I mean, coming from Tokyo, definitely it means a big deal for me because I was world number 2 during the times of Tokyo, and how the expectations were, I was not able to deliver it to that. But this time around, I mean, the planning was way better, and the training was way better, and I was prepared in a much better way this time. So I would say I was confident, and hope like the results.
You're saying there were no expectations this time around?
No, this time around I had expectations, but not. I did not want to prove myself to anybody.
Okay.
I just wanted to do it for myself, and I was like, you have put in a lot of hard work, and you have to deliver how much you can, like up to your caliber.
Yeah.
So that was the state of mind.
Okay. Did it take time to sink in that yes, double Olympic medalist, you have won 2 medals and that too in a single edition?
So actually, I mean, after my first finals, I had the match very next day, and then the final very next day. So after 2 days, I had another match. So I was not really able to sit and think about the medals that I had won, but rather I was thinking about the next thing in hand. So I was just focused on the next events. And now I definitely, I mean, I feel really good. But we can always do better. So
you were in that zone, you're saying.
Yes.
But 25-meter high pistol, it was your pet event. You came 4th. Must have hurt you a lot.
Yes, it doesn't feel good at all. In 25-meter, yeah, I mean,
You don't want to talk about it.
no.
What do you do for concentration? I mean, you remember I spoke to you after Tokyo Olympics also. What do you do for the concentration in the sense that during the tournaments so that you don't get swayed away?
Firstly, music is my to go every time. I will have different playlists for different moods, and if I need motivation, I have different playlists for that. If I want to feel absolutely nothing, I have playlists for that. So I rely on music a lot. And other than that, I have other routines that I do that involves like yoga and meditation. Yoga in morning, meditation before bed, and reading Gita, and just keeping myself very, just like a regular person, normal and chill and relaxed. Yeah.
You've been meeting politicians, felicitations happening. You've been meeting journalists, giving interviews almost every day. Tell us, how has life changed after Paris Glory?
I think this life, honestly, if I would say, this life is way difficult than my shooting life.
Are you not enjoying it?
I mean, everything has its own importance. I understand that, and I do enjoy everything to a limit. But sometimes we do feel tired. Although right now it's good. However, it's going, and I'm happy like how people are showering me with so much of love and care and support.
Like I said, what changed after Tokyo Olympics? Like you were saying that you were number 2 before going to Tokyo. You were also contemplating leaving the sport, if I'm not wrong. You were about to go abroad for further studies. What changed? Who motivated you? What changed after Tokyo?
So, as soon as Tokyo was over, I was so desperate to shoot in Paris 2024. I was like, Paris is gonna be my year no matter what. So initially it was like that. I was not able to stay away from my sport at all. I was desperate to go and shoot again. But in 2022, the year was not so good, not in my favor. But I was in the team, I was shooting decent, but I was not happy from within. Then 2023 also, I mean, I was in the team, but not enjoying the sport anymore. So I had my ups and downs and
But did you have self-doubt?
lows, but of course, yes.
Yeah, but
yes,
how long
yes.
did it take to pick up the gun again?
No, I was shooting. I was consistent with my daily routines. There was no lack in that, but it was just I was not happy from my from my heart. Then when I started to work with Jaspal sir again, that was the time when things were like, you cannot be in between of anything. You have to decide what you want to do. Either it's sports or either you leave it entirely. You cannot be hanging just in between. So that was the time when I was like, okay, I don't know what it's gonna take for me to win a medal for the country, but I will do absolutely everything that might bring me the positive result in the next Olympics. So that's how it all started, and then I never looked back. I mean, my parents were always by my side, especially my mother, and I think
Father too.
that all played a huge part. My mom, my dad, my brother,
Now
especially
you know.
my mom.
Now you know why Tokyo Olympics happened. Now you have the answers.
No, of course, now I think, yeah, I do. I know.
You spoke about Jaspal Rana. We all know what happened after 2021. How did that reunion happen? Who approached first?
I don't think it matters who approached whom and who tried to break the ice, but the bigger thing is that we started to work together. And the only thing that we really wanted to be like, okay, this has to be a rule, was that we will not discuss about the past events. We will not be indulging ourselves in what happened in the past.
You would give how much percentage of the credit that you would give on your medals?
See, it's not like percentage or anything. I mean, it's all about teamwork. Without my parents also, it wouldn't have been possible. Without my brother, without my coach, without the support staff that I've had, my physios, my strength and conditioning, my coach, my nutritionist, my sponsors. I mean, it's a combined teamwork, and it's not like just one person did a miracle or just two people did some miracle. Yes,
is he a tough taskmaster?
Yes, he is a very, like, if you understand him, it'll take a lot to be able to understand him.
Very
At
straightforward,
times,
I know him.
yeah, very straightforward also. He speaks his mind, and I mean, sometimes it hurts people, sometimes it doesn't.
Tell us the role of the government also, Manu. I mean, government working at the grassroots level. When we speak about Khelo India Games, we speak about Top Scheme. Government doing the right thing, they're working at the grassroots level.
Honestly, if you ask me, I think Khelo India and Top Schemes are good. There are many things that have actually many athletes that have come out of it. But grassroots, we really need to improve, because see, for example, Khelo India will take people, top 5 junior athletes, or top 5 youth athletes, or top 10 maybe. So they're already in the frame. You need to work on the people, like select children from a very young age, and then actually teach them, then actually nourish them into an athlete. So I think that sort of thing also should be started if we want to become a sporting culture, a sporting nation. Yeah, so I think that should be initiated.
You also met Prime Minister Narendra Modi after you won the medals. Must have been a proud feeling to meet him again.
Yes, I've met him a couple of times, and it's always inspiring and it always motivates us. The way he interacts with the athletes and like almost one-on-one. So it's very heartwarming, and it's always good to see him.
What did he tell you?
We had a very informal kind of conversation, and we were discussing how the events unfolded in Paris Olympics, or what the experiences were of different athletes. So the hockey people share their experience, the athletes, like athletics people, they share their experience, and shooters also, we also share our experiences. So it's like one-on-one different.
Manu, now after Paris Glory, many youngsters are looking up to you. What message do you want to give to them?
Firstly, my first message would be to the parents that, support your kid in whichever field they want to go in. Give them options, let them explore what they love the most. They will excel in it. So let them choose their career and just be the pillar of strength that they need. And then to the children, if you're given the liberty, if you're given the opportunity to follow your dreams, follow your paths, I think you should be grateful and you should actually put in honest hard work in order to achieve your dreams, and not just take it as just opportunity and lose the opportunity. So make the most of it and work really hard, and just you will be able to get what you want.
A message for the fans who were rooting for you?
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, I got to know after a long time that after a few days I got to know that so many people were watching me shoot online in my matches also. So, and so many people had come also to the shooting arena to cheer me up in the finals, and I mean, it means the world to us. Being an athlete and having so much of so many people supporting us and cheering for us, and because they know that we can do it, and this kind of belief we also have in ourselves that people are rooting for us means we have the ability, we can achieve something. So it feels really good, and I'm really grateful for all the love and support.
And when do we see you next in the range?
Next in the range, hopefully after 3 months. So yeah, you can see me anytime.
All right. Last question before we wrap up, Manu. You want to change the color in Los Angeles Olympics, color of the medal?
See, the aim would always be for gold, and I will absolutely keep my routines and the amount of work that I put in my career, in my shooting. I would keep it consistent and very flexible according to how it needs, what needs to be done, and everything. I'll always address it. We never know what the future holds in for us, but I will always try my best, and I will try my best for the first place.
All right, well, sir, thank you, Manu.
You.
Thank you for speaking with DD India, and wish you more and more success and laurels in future. Thank you so much.